morning, everyone. My name is Jenny Rhodes. I am your county ag agent. I work for the University of Maryland Extension, and it's certainly a pleasure to welcome you to our 37th annual Harvest Breakfast. It's one of the most cherished traditions here in Queen Anne's County. Today we gather as farmers, our FFA members, our 4-H members, our chamber members, leaders in our community, county government, our sheriff's office, our detention centers here, our allied businesses, our banks, our cooperatives that provide financing to our rural communities. And this is not just to share a meal, but to celebrate the harvest of this community, because you all are the ones that make it possible. And we wouldn't be out here today without we have some sponsors, so you'll see them up on the screen, but Synagro, Urban Grid, Friels, Mason Farm Produce, Queenstown Bank, Farm Credit, and Burke Herbert Bank. And of course we have lots of collaborators that, as an extension, we work with a lot of people and we rely on a lot of different organizations to help us get things done. QACTV does so much for our county. Chris is back there, so they'll be filming and they'll be broadcasting this. Of course, the Chamber of Commerce, this all started because of the Chamber of Commerce, and my job is or Extension's job is to educate you about something going on in agriculture. Our 4-H'ers are here today, the Queen Anne's County FFA, and certainly Amy Cawley is here with the food bank, so don't forget to donate to the food bank, something that we all know that's near and dear to our heart. So 2025 has been a year of resilience and reflection for our agriculture community. We started the year facing lots of challenges. High path avian influenza hit our county in late winter. But as always, our farming community came together with strength and collaboration. Queen Anne's County Agronomy Day brought the latest research and tools to our farmers, ensuring that they stay informed and prepared. This year marked the 24th year of the Mid-Atlantic Women in Ag Conference. It was held right here in Queen Anne's County at the Chesapeake Bay Beach Club. We were honored to welcome Lindsay Dodd Thompson. She was our keynote speaker. Lindsay grew up here right in Queen Anne's County. She runs her own agriculture consulting business and helps producers all over the region. Her story is a testament to the power of local roots and agriculture innovation. We also celebrated our 8th year of Agriculture Awareness Day in April. This program continues to grow in impact. Every 7th grader in the county comes to the 4-H park to learn about agriculture and the many career paths. The day is filled with hands-on learning. Lots of stations learn about corn, wheat, soybeans, animals, careers, aquaculture, pollinators, food safety, and a lot of the businesses here come to our career station that we have to teach the 7th graders about opportunities. It's one of the most rewarding events that we host, planting seeds of curiosity and respect for agriculture in our next generation. Spring planting went smoothly. We saw some really good stands of crops across the fields. Despite a hot summer and a deficit in rainfall, we were blessed with a really good to excellent yield, something we desperately needing in the times of facing high record input costs and all-time lows in commodity prices. The weather held off for harvest, and we are deeply grateful for that. And of course, we can't forget the Queen Anne's County Fair, my favorite week of the year. Watching the 4-H'ers proudly exhibit all their projects, FFA crew running the snow cone booth with their energy and smiles, and just seeing our whole county come together. It's really, we know that the future of agriculture is in good hands. So today, as we break bread together, let us celebrate the harvest, the hard work, the heart of Queen Anne's County. Let us honor the challenges that we have overcome and the promises of what lies ahead. Thank you for being a part of this community and to help us to keep agriculture thriving. So that's my little update this morning. So we will move on with the program. So we are going to have the Pledge of Allegiance, the 4-H pledge, and the invocation. So I'm going to ask all the 4-H'ers in the FFA to come up. They all know what they have to do. And we've got the microphone up here. And we'll start with Dalton with the pledge. it on.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go. Okay.
Would you please bow your heads with me? Dear God, we thank you that we could all gather here today and celebrate this bountiful harvest and these farmers that have worked very hard with the desire that God put in their heart to fulfill. Please help these men and women and bless them. Show them your favor in their crops to come for years to come. Thank you that everyone could come here and we could break bread together and connect with other people and see people that we ought to know. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Very nice. All right, we will start. Breakfast is ready. So we'll start with the 4-Hers and the FFA members, and then everyone else can just follow. So Holden, go ahead. So good morning again, and welcome to today's panel discussion on Queen Anne's County Micro Ag Grant Program. It's an initiative that's making a meaningful impact across Cecil, Kent, and Queen Anne's County. Here it's facilitated by the Upper Shore Regional Council in collaboration with the Upper Shore Regional Council in collaboration with the Queen Anne's County Economic and Development Tourism Department. This program provides targeted financial support to agriculture businesses that are looking to grow, diversify, and innovate, whether it's expanding product lines, investing in capital improvement, launching marketing strategy campaigns, or conducting research. The microgrants are helping local farmers and ag enterprises take bold steps to move forward. With the grants, they range anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000. We've done this, I think, 5 years. Anyway, in FY25, we gave away $64,000, and I tell you, we had a lot more applicants, certainly than the $64,000. This program is a testament to our region's commitment to agriculture and its economic resilience. Thank you certainly to our county commissioners because they do matching funds for this micro ag grant. So today, we're going to hear from some of the grant recipients. And they're going to talk a little bit about how they made out with the grant and what they've done. So I'm going to start, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So we have Alicia Boyd, Earl Dyson, and Hannah Madison Branham, and we'll start with a brief introduction. So Earl, you're next. You're closest, so you get to start.
Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Can everybody hear?
You hear me all right?
Can you hear? Okay, all right. You might
Okay.
have to, eat it.
Yeah. So anyway, my name is Earl Dyson with Scout Applicators, and what we do is aerial application of pesticides and other fertilizer-type products, and also cover crop installation with unmanned aerial vehicles, or as most people know it, drones.
Good morning. My name is Alicia Boyd, and I'm the owner of Humble Hearts Catering and Events, and we have extended our services into ag. We cater social events and weddings and corporate events, and really being able to utilize our local landscape to feed our guests.
Hello, my name's Hannah Branham.
And I'm Madison Branham.
And we're from Tomahawk Farms. We do lawn fertilization, seeding, some light agricultural work all on the turf management side of our business, and then we also grow and sell produce. So we grow a lot of vegetables. We do tomatoes, we do some squash and zucchini. We've also recently started doing flowers, and we do some mums in the fall, and then we also we're doing some winter products this year too, like greens. We do wreaths, and yeah.
Okay, all right, good. All right, I did give them the questions this morning, so they had a teeny bit of time to prepare. But when you talk about something you know, right, it's always easy. That's what we teach in 4-H. You always talk about something you know. So tell us about your specific project and improvements that, because of you got the grant, and tell us how that has really impacted your operation.
Sure. So the project that I used the grant money for was to create a website and a marketing strategy for our aerial application business. There may be people in this room who don't yet know that what the crop dusters are doing with their airplanes to apply things to the farm fields, we are now able to do with drones. And so one of the biggest challenges for me was just kind of sharing that story with the farming community and kind of putting that out there so people know that it's an option. Even now, it's still kind of a new thing, so getting that in front of people and letting them know just how it works and some of the things that we may be able to do that an airplane can't was a huge help for our business.
Good. So the marketing strategy, website, what did you do?
We created a website which is far beyond the capabilities that I have personally, which is why I needed some help getting that done. And so we really just showcase the equipment that we have and the different applications that we can use that in. It's not just corn and soybeans. We do things with orchards, with actually the Queen Anne's County Weed Control Board for Phragmites remediation. There are just kind of a lot of things that you can do, and again, something that we need to put out there into the community so people understand that it's an option.
So with the grant, I created a micro teaching farm, as an extension of our services. So the purpose of the micro teaching farm is to be able to help the community understand how to eat, grow, and cook seasonally. Something that is very popular in my industry is farm to table dinners. But for me, I feel like you can go to this beautiful event on somebody's farm, but if you don't actually care about the farmer and what it takes for them to be able to produce the food on the table, there's a disconnect. So my goal is to be able to start growing, and we have started growing fresh vegetables, fruits, flowers, to be able to incorporate into our food. So not only do we grow our own food and use it in our catering business, we also support local farmers, local producers to be able to add those products into our business as well. So we actually did a soft opening in September, and we do monthly farmers markets, and we will be teaching classes quarterly to be able to connect with the community.
So where will you be teaching your classes, Alicia?
So we carved out a quarter acre on our property. So that's where we're starting at, to be able to showcase different ways to grow. So we have an area where we're growing in buckets, we have an area where we're growing in raised beds, and we have an area where we're growing into the ground so that they can see all different facets, no matter what their financial situation is, being able to show that you can grow your own food.
That's great. You know, growing up, I thought everybody had a garden because I had a big garden growing up. But when I came to work for Extension, I really learned that people don't even know how to plant a seed. So you're really fulfilling a need that will really help people to, and it's makes you feel good when you can grow your own food, right?
Yes, it does.
And
Yes,
then
it
you
does.
and then you can serve it to people and teach them. Good. All right, ladies.
We were fortunate to receive the grant twice. The first time we received it for a GPS module for one of our tractors along with a sprayer, which has been tremendously helpful. It's allowed us to be way more sustainable and way more precise, down to about the last drop when we're spraying a pasture or any type of agricultural work, residential. Allows us to be more precise and to plan easier. We were able to do this by getting the grant and kind of expand into this type of technology that's not often seen in the smaller type of agriculture. And for the second time we received the grant, we purchased a agricultural video drone. We've been slowly building this part of our business. My father and I both got our Part 107 commercial certification so that we can expand this part of our business. We're doing some light cinematography and agricultural work. We've also been able to use it in our produce side of the business with the RTK module, going in to see different plants and the stressors and going over lawns to see areas that we can't see with our own eyes.
Madison, do you have anything to add? You're good? Okay, just checking. Tell us a little bit about the application process. You know, maybe about how did you find out about it, the process, and maybe, you know, if anybody else might be interested, or maybe if you're interested in applying again, because you can apply more than once.
Yeah, The application process was easy. The team was so good to work with. They kind of guided me through the entire process. It was super smooth. Would absolutely be interested in applying again. We're growing every year, and so if there's anybody else who's looking to do that, I would just say speak with the folks in the office, and they'll tell you what you need to do.
Now, how about on the financial side? Because I know part of that, you have to do a budget and all. So did you come up with the budget? Did you have someone help you? How did you do that?
I did. I guess I wrote a 1 or 2 page document kind of describing what it is that I intended to do. That was really a pretty simple process there, too. I'm not sure what else you want me to say about
good.
that. But
That's fine. Good. All right, Alicia.
So let me say this. So if I would have known that the ag world was as supportive as it was, I most definitely would have been in 4-H in high school. The support to be able to fill out the information, it was just incredible. As someone who is new to ag, I had a plan, but I really didn't know what I wanted how to accomplish it. And just being able to have the guidance of the Economic Development Office and the Extension Office really gave me the courage to be able to do the research and development, because, like I said, this is my first time really putting my plans into action. So being able to have that flexibility with that grant to be able to say, hey, guess what, I can dream a little bit of what this is going to look like, that's huge for a business, because sometimes those margins to dream are small because you're limited in funds and resources. So I say if you have a dream to be able to grow your ag business in a new way, this is the perfect opportunity to be able to do that with lots of support and with lots of resources.
So we really appreciated the fact that the application was online. It was very seamless, very easy. We barely had any confusion with it at all. And if other people were to apply for the grant, we would just say that it is just create a plan. If you have a vision for your future and if you want to get started in the agricultural world, they are very supportive, and this grant will get you started. It's a great supplement, and we are very blessed to have received it.
Yeah, and the importance, I think, of a business plan, right? So, and that's one of the things that we can help with, and others, your banker or others. But I think, and you may not do your business plan all at one time, but it is, like Alicia, like you said, you need to dream big, but you need to figure out what the practical things are, and you may not do everything in your business plan at one time, but you can move forward. Okay, be thinking about some questions out there if anybody has any questions. I have one more question. So looking ahead, how do you plan to build on this momentum from this grant, and what support would take you to the next step?
Building on the momentum that we have, obviously, is a big deal. What I found early on with my business was that somebody would ask me to come and spray maybe 20 acres and watch it, and once we were done and they got to see it, they would have a couple hundred more. And so I realized quickly that the most important thing I could do was show more people what it is that I do. And so the marketing campaign and the website that I was able to create through this grant has really kind of put the afterburners on that. I always try to find out or ask people how they found me, and since creating that website and marketing campaign, there's been a kind of significant portion of my inbound calls have come from that. People mention the website often, and so it's been a huge help. Like I said, we're growing a little bit every year, and I think that what we have in place is really just going to enable us to continue that growth into the future.
Good. Thank you.
So my future plans, we have 2 projects. So of course we want to continue to grow the farm aspect, and I eventually would like to buy farmland. The second part is we're in the process of building a nonprofit to be able to connect with our local school systems, to be able to bring the information from agriculture, culinary arts, and entrepreneurship to offer a 2-year internship program for our local juniors and seniors. So really being able to partner with our local entities to be able to build on like Ag Awareness Day, to be able to teach the students life skills through what it means to have your own business, what does it mean to grow food, what does it mean to pour back into a community that has poured into you. So.
The grant really helped us to expand into new technology that helped us be more efficient. This technology was a bit newer at the time. GPS, like I said, wasn't that common with the small scale that we were doing. So with the risk that we took, the grant helped us to lessen that risk a little bit, and it really went on to be way more helpful. Getting the GPS for the tractor, we've also put GPS on our gator recently. Using the GPS for the small scales has just allowed us to be very precise, sustainable, and accurate overall.
Good. Are you thinking of some questions out there? All right, while they think some more, I'll ask. I just realized something, Alicia, when you talked about Ag Awareness. So all three of you were involved in Ag Awareness. So talk a little bit about your takeaways from, sorry, I'm springing this on you. I didn't give you this question ahead of time. But just talk a little bit about your perception of Ag Awareness and what you thought when you had the 7th graders, and we had the last 2 years, so we've had one of the stations has been career. So we've asked, Connie Dean has headed that up for us, and we've asked local businesses to come in. And it's been great for the kids for what I've seen, but I'd like to hear your perspective.
Yeah, I think it's a worthwhile endeavor for sure. Always have a really good time there. You know, when I've done it the last couple of years, and we bring the spray trailers in, the drones. They're really big drones. People most of the time have never seen one that big, and so I think the kids really enjoy my station. And again, I think it's one of those things where people just didn't know before they walked in that was out there in the world. And so a lot of those kids kind of see that, maybe it lights a spark, or you know, kind of plants a seed for them to pursue that later on.
So for me, it was amazing how many kids didn't realize that their food doesn't come from Chick-fil-A or Chipotle. So for me, I made a dessert using local ingredients, and being able to share with them that, hey, guess what? I got these ingredients in this radius to be able to make this product was really amazing to them, to be able to say, hey, guess what? I didn't even know that these local businesses or local farms were in the area, and this is where the food came from, and this is what you can make with the food. So it was really cool to be able to see them connect the dots, to be able to say, no, your food actually comes from someone that has put their hands in the ground to be able to cultivate this nutritious thing to be able to feed you.
So I started out going to Ag Awareness Day as a FFA member. We go there every year and help out. And the last couple of years, we have gone there with our business. And it's just been really important to us and to our family to teach the next generation about agriculture in any way that we can.
I think it's really refreshing to see them kind of like to connect, as she was talking about. One of our things we usually do is we ask them questions about agriculture to see what they know, and the response is usually not too much. But it's really lovely to educate the kids and for them to learn, and really once they find out about it, most of them are very interested. I think that they have a perception of agriculture that is not as vast as it really is, and it's very interesting to kind of make that connect so that hopefully it can become involved one day.
Okay, we have one question. Darren?
Have you accessed any other entrepreneurship support programs, whether the county or the state?
Okay, so the question was, have you accessed any other entrepreneur grants or anything else?
I have any resource that the county has, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm actually, I took the Beginners Farmers course. I took the Master Gardeners course. I'm actually in the Catalyst Q course right now. conferences, anything that's going to just help me grow, to be able to learn how to run my business, to be able to learn how to connect with my local community, I'm going to take it, because Queen Anne's County has really poured so much into my business. My business is made it this far because of the connections that I have made with these different entities in Queen Anne's County. This is my home. This is where I want my business to be. So I try to take every opportunity I can to be able to continue to thrive. So any conference, any grants that are available, I usually try to apply for, because I'm looking for longevity in my business.
Both my sister and I are college students, so most of our entrepreneurial knowledge we're learning from there and through our family. But we do partake in conferences and grants anytime we can. Just getting out and socializing with the community, whether it's like Ag Awareness Day, events like those where you get to meet people and network, has been beneficial.
So tell us both where you're at college and what you're studying.
I am a junior at University of Maryland College Park, and I'm studying agricultural business and economics.
And I'm a freshman here at Chesapeake College, and I'm studying business administration.
Very good. Any other questions? All right, well, let's give our panel a round of applause. Thank you very much. This is great. Oh, I have a gift for you. You're welcome. Thank you very, very much. You did a great job. All right, just a couple more things. Oh. All right. Well, thank you to all the 4-Hers and FFA members for your help. I appreciate that. We raised $203 for Amy. Where is Amy? Do you want to say anything, Amy? Yeah. It's every little bit helps, right?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely every little bit helps. Things are very tough right now at the Maryland Food Bank, as you may or may not can imagine. The SNAP cuts, if that didn't come back, we were going to have to push out 22 times more food than we already do, and we could not meet that gap. So $1 at the Maryland Food Bank provides one meal, so that's 203 meals. May not seem like a lot, but it's more than any of us in this room can do with $1. So thank you for helping feed 203 people somewhere in the state of Maryland. I will throw a plug out there because master gardeners were mentioned, farmers were mentioned. I don't have any money to buy Maryland produce anymore. So next year is going to be even more important than ever. If you have a green thumb, to plant an extra row for the Maryland Food Bank and donate it to a local pantry. Somebody mentioned Miss Fay this morning up in Millington. We've got pantries all in Queen Anne's County, wherever you're from. I just want to encourage you to plant a row for your local pantry. If you have a lot, you can plant more. Give me a buzz. We'll come out there and glean as we're able to. But we're going to need all the help we can get moving forward, especially getting local produce to those in need. There's 1 in 3 Marylanders who are food insecure. That's about 2 million people. When I started with the food bank in 2011, it was about 642,000. So don't mean to be somber, but it's very tough at the Maryland Food Bank, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome. Thank you, Amy, for all you do. We appreciate that. We are right on time. It is 8:58, and we need to be out of here by as soon as possible because they're having the regional FFA leadership conference here, and they're over in the higher education, and I think that's where you guys are going, but they're coming back in here to do some activities and maybe lunch. But thank you all again for helping. And as we conclude this year's Harvest Breakfast, I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of Queen Anne's County and one of our most cherished traditions. Today wasn't just about celebrating the harvest, but it was really about honoring all these people that really make it possible. To my colleagues who help organize and execute this event, a heartfelt thanks. Your hard work, attention to detail, and commitment to our agriculture community are the backbone of this gathering. You make it so smooth for me and for all the attendees, and I am very grateful. To our sponsors and collaborators, to all of our ag allied business, banks, community leaders, our delegate, Steve Arns is here, our sheriff's department. I mean, there's so many people that really make up. Thank you for investing in agriculture in this community. It really helps us to weather the challenges and build a stronger future. As we reflect on the abundance of what we shared today, let us remember those who may not be as lucky as us, or maybe, like Amy said, facing hunger. I encourage you to consider even making even more donations to the food bank, just like Amy said. It's a powerful way to extend our spirit of the harvest and to ensure that every family has access to nutritious food. Thank you again for this morning. May this year ahead bring you good weather, strong yields, and continued fellowship in our fields and community. Thank you all for coming. Safe travels today.